Hello and welcome to your daily gold update, nearly daily. I've been covering it quite frequently in the last few days. So the idea is that on the gold chart here, we still have the same resistance area, right? So the price has reacted to resistance. We had a three-wave rally, but we don't really see a rapid decline yet, even though there is quite a strong reaction to resistance, which is what we wanted to see. We haven't yet seen substantial follow through to the downside as we would normally expect it in a third wave. So a quick reminder, the two scenarios that we were tracking, they are still relevant, and they haven't changed. So the two pathways that I'm tracking both point to the downside at the moment. They're just essentially just two different pathways for this C wave decline that likely started here this week. Because in one scenario, we completed the B wave. One second, we completed the B wave. Oops, something fell. We completed the B wave here in the yellow count on the 29th. That's one scenario. In this scenario, we're currently moving down in what probably would be best described as an ending diagonal. We had a three-wave move in wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 4. And this would now be a 5, which could also be an ABC structure. So sometimes these are not so impulsive, looks quite choppy, and not as aggressive. So that is one scenario. And in this scenario, I explained in the last video, I'm not sure if we even get to that 3,113 level, which is the 100% extension. In the white count, I think the white count looks better, but we'll see how the market wants to follow through with it. In this scenario, the B wave finished here on the 30th. All of this is wave 1, this is wave 2. We should come down in a third, fourth, fifth. That would take us probably into the middle of that target zone in blue. And we should see more upside momentum to the downside from here. Quite aggressive downside momentum because we should be seeing a third wave down. Now we don't see that at this point, but still both counts point towards lower prices, but only as long as the market stays below the intraday high, right? So that would be the key level, because this level at 3,278, I mean, this is a three-wave move up, which could be wave 4 in yellow. Yep, quite an extended one, but if it's a diagonal, that's not uncommon. Or a wave 2. Looks better as a wave 2 in my opinion, but then we should see a bit more downside from here over the coming sessions. So the structure remains relevant. The Fibonacci levels are currently being respected. And I want to see over the course of the coming sessions, well, probably next week then, because I'm not sure how much time we have left today to follow through to the downside. Well, there's certainly not much time left. But if it is a third wave, it should be quite an aggressive decline, actually. Yeah, because that's what third waves do. And what we can do as well is based on the idea it could be a third wave, and we have seen waves 1 and 2, we can define actually an initial, let's say, target range, not only for the main C wave to the downside, but just for the third wave. And how do we do that? Well, we take the length of wave 1, and we go to the high of the wave 2, and then it's typically this area between the 123.6 extension and the 161.8 extension. So that matches quite well. So 3,129, this is where we would like to see the third wave get to maybe next week. Yeah. So these are the parameters to watch. I mean, if we break above the intraday high, it depends a little bit. What could always be the case is that this was just the A wave, B wave, C wave, and then we go down, but then it really looks more like a wave 2 if that happens. But for now, there is no evidence that we see that. I just want to prepare you for, what happens if there is really, as long as it's a corrective rally into resistance, it can easily extend. Of course, resistance could be tested again, but that's possible. But as long as it's a three-wave move, it could be corrective in nature and would still keep the pressure down as long as we stay below $3,304. So that's just a quick update about gold. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates about gold, but also the S&P 500 and many stocks, check out our stocks membership. You'll find the link in the description. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.